So, evidently, evidently, the next matter at hand, as we begin to work on this work, evidently I see a lot of bad things happen in the world. Aside from me and anything else that might happen to any loved ones that I've, you know, been graced with in my life and other people that I don't know about, it looks like it's a tremendous, you know, extravaganza, you know, presently occurring or something because people be acting weird. I niggas be acting too strange with me. I don't know if they act unusual or strange with each other, but I know definitely with me, they be acting strange in a lot of places. How about these psychiatric people? How about these doctors? How about people in the street, the stupidity they say to me and the fucking, outbursts and, the lady. I'm fixing my house shit. Everybody know. All the young people in my family, there was always an uproar asking the people, well, where is the guy at Adam guy's house? Because as of right now, none of us got our own house, and that nigga got his own house. I don't know about nothing, but I guess if we tell him his family and we with him, we just go over there and that's the chill pad. Turns out he got two houses, two white houses standing right next to each other. So evidently, you know, they're like, where is this house? And whatever they're going through in life, that is the causation of the original causation, the originality of the origins, of where, you know, their uncalled for or uncalled for behavior and stupidity. And I presume that's why they were asking too. A lot of people even, of the adult, adult membership or adult personnel management of my family member, them that they say, I don't know where his house is at either. Only a few people know where it's at. But maybe they, they felt like I let Adam tell you, or things are too, risky right now to, you know, put in order that, yeah, that's Adam's house, and then they don't want to tell me outright. So I feel like, maybe they're trying to play me. Maybe the whole time my family trying to play me. They say mentally ill, some of them people, or bullshit. They're fucking coming up with lollygag stories or something going on. I don't know, cemetery people, eternal existence, and, eternal, I don't know, weird shit. It's beside the point. I don't want to talk too crazy to have, a melodramatic, downpour to the conversation. But, it must be something unusual. It must be something outrageous, right? Because, as I said, their behavior is unusual. A lot of people all over the place, even politicians, television people, something must be going on. Death certificates or, death warrant, something, a value of death or something unusual of that nature. I don't know what it is, but either way, they want to know about the house. And, the house in the house is my home, is my birthright. It's not inheritance because inheritance, it has to be passed down. It has to be, you know, given to someone, and then from it be given to someone or left to be caretaker for someone else, and then they themselves, like, someone has to see to their inheritance. It has to be a person to see their inheritance. And a lot of times in the world, we notice that people don't get their inheritance, but somehow with the birthright thing, somehow the people always get it. I don't know how it is in the world, but we've noticed, people have noticed over time in history, that this inheritance thing, a lot of times it doesn't work. They don't get their entire inheritance, they don't get their entire contractual agreement, and I don't know what it is. It might be something with, life and death, eternity, and something unusual. It gets people angry because, a lot of people suffer and they have problems, and it feed right into the exact, point of the fact of the matter of the mortality and, the circumstantial, reality of, an eternity that have to do with, Death Valley and things of that nature. Things that bump in the night, the hookah booga, the booga booga, yeah. Those guys too. Yeah, they do weird shit, unusual shit. The Night of the Living Dead, quite unusual. Nonetheless, we have that property, and that guy has all that work, and people got the inheritance, and a lot of people got ripped off because they don't want to give them the inheritance. But why not? So then, I don't know. Nonetheless, I start thinking all that, and because I could outpace it if I knew what was going on. I know how to play the board. I'm a swindler. I finagle. I do razzle dazzle, even bedazzle, razzle dazzle, and even bedazzle. Swindler, mover and groover, sly cat. You know, why effect? I don't know. I got an infection. All right. So now we have a few things going on. You see those pennies that have D on it, and then you see, different type of coins and all that. I think that's what they use for that rail. You know that rail, the old New York City rail under the surface of New York City. I believe it to be now that rail, you can travel through different time periods, and that's exactly what that town and city or destination within the planet Earth, within you know the actual Earth per se. I'm saying, the Earth, not the surface of Earth, but the interior portion of the Earth under the surface, like a town inside the Earth, completely contained for exactly that. That you can return back to the initial day they they produced the town, and much of these things is my work, and I presume it was originally my idea to send them that work to try to help out and make sure that bad things don't happen to our family, our friends, our loved ones, people of goodness, people that God loving people, God fearing, God loving, as they call it, God fearing. In reference to that, maybe that God fearing thing is something maybe a little shaky, a little finagled, because I always say I'm a God loving, you know, human being of good human spirit. So nonetheless, like I said, if we send it back to the year 2000, the year 2000, I can send it back to the year 1990. You understand? Like, we could work one day backwards. So then, evidently, if I built that town the year 2000, and that's the first year we got rolling, and from there, from here to the end of time, that town will be there, unless it got destroyed at some point in time. But if no one knows it's there, or if just somehow you can't destroy it, then and then how is that they can't destroy it? Something about they return back because they got like a master control switch guy that will understand if all their peoples got iced, if they got toasted or some shit. So, evidently, if they got toasted, they got like a master switch guy that of the congregation of the people, they'll just take them back into eternity. They'll throw dummies there, so then you think you picked them their bodies up, and they didn't. They used like a time shift. They threw a dummy there. You picked up the dummy, and those fucking guys like, so what happened? What just happened? What that just happened? How did it happen? Maybe those same guys, they just aren't aware that it actually happened. So these are all, types of, dangers. These are all types of dangers that we could occur as we look forward And this is why I do my work right with you, because I don't get a chance to hang out with you guys. I don't get a chance to, put my brainstorm into action with your research and development and with your work. I don't get an opportunity to, put the input, because remember, I try to tell you guys, you're never gonna do it properly without the original guy. And I'm the original guy. And evidently you see how you got me. I'm not I'm not in the best of health. We gotta go to rehabilitation already. To my body rehabilitated 100% healthy, get all this nasty stuff in my body. So evidently, the year 2000, that's when the city was built. So now we could travel to the year 3000. Time traveling. I don't know if you're gonna get stuck there, but we're talking about 1999. So evidently, you know, that one is like sending the message back one day backwards. So you send it, it's like the newspaper, a newspaper backwards. Send the information back one day by day, day by day. So it's like pasa el alambre cuero, like pass the torch, kid. Passing the torch to the kid. Keep passing the torch, keep passing the torch, keep passing the torch. And people of that nature, remember, they might be working for no money at all. It might be like, whatever they could, you know, fucking, swindle you, not swindle, I'll swindle you. I'll finagle some shit. It's not about that. It's about what they can, muster. I don't know how to call it, but it's about what they can get. Sometimes it appears that way. Because evidently, people that do wrong like that, they may be doing it for no reason at all. It could be a possibility that there is like really no reason. Like they're not getting any, you know, monetary value. They're just doing it. And, they try to gather whatever they can gather. And then when, you leave a guy by himself, I see those two big fucking houses. That in itself is a good amount of money. Because you always got desperate people on the streets. So why are there so many heroin addicts and so many drug addicts and mutations and all that shit? So evidently, what we got to work with? People. So we got to work with people. I got a cloning machine, I got a mutation machine. Okay, so I mutate crackheads. I mutate retards. I mutate people that don't understand nothing. I bring in evil entities. So, those people, per se, they deal in the dead. They're dealing with, evilness and this and that. But evidently, they're running like a fucking hamster, a gerbil, lab rat motherfucker on a wheel. But evidently, that's what they do. Weird laboratory and, metaphysical. They deal with the metaphysical. And evidently, they study. So, you know what I'm saying? Remember, nigga needs something to drink. Nigga needs something to eat. Nigga might smoke some mushrooms. It's a joke, but think all that shit all correlated together, how I think and what the fuck I have in store. Something special planned for you. That's why I told you I had a lot of work, man, and you guys are like later, like today. Because evidently, once we get the airways proper, the cell phone thing and the bank wire transfer, I could send the money back. The day I get the 500 billion pozillion dollars and you guys get all your money, we send the wire back to our personal bank account. Back at 18, back at 16. But evidently, in that same moment, your whole life flashed before your eyes. So then we have to have a master plan that we probably stay bunkered in onto the same age that we are today. So if I send this message back right now, send the wire, send the message, send our manuscripts. Do you have manuscripts prepared? So I guess we're gonna go unprepared. We have no manuscripts. I got a bit of a manuscript. So I guess I got my work there, and whatever you guys can document fast, So I don't know. But then, people always fucking with your documentation and with your film street and with all this bullshit. So it's a little more of a difficult issue. So next thing, you would understand that the main focal point of the situation, using the wire and time communication cell phone thing, you are still gonna wake up in the very same, the next day. It will be that you send a message back to the year 2000 and, whatever, the year 2000, past the year 2000, we was 18, right? We were 16. So then from there, you send the year all the way to the beginning of this century, and in 1 second, our lives have passed before our eyes. So then that's, highly unusual. Everything has changed. So then how many times do you think we have to do that? But then what the fuck we're gonna be doing? Taking a nap like a vampire? And then if we take the rail, a time communication thing, what are we gonna do? Hang out there? That's where, that's where I'm at right now.